with Caleb. We are back with another Bios episode, biography. This not one person, but two people, the Olsen twins. And back in the day, we were all about the Olsen twins. Anything and everything, the movies, the series, we'll dive into all that. And their birth date, born June 13th, 1986. Our birthday, May 28th, 1988. So about a 2-year gap, a year and some months, but I'm not good at math. So, and we were members of the Mary Kay and Ashley fan club, and I wish I still had that. It was like a little paper framed picture with both their signatures. We used to have like these clubs. We would call it the Happiness Hotel because the Great Muppet Caper. But any club we built, no matter where it was or what location, we would put that picture at the entrance of the Happiness Hotel. Kind of like, sports, when they have like a phrase or something, they like tap it out of respect. We would kind of tap up to that picture out of respect for the Olsen twins. But we dive in. This is 2 pages. Robert De Niro's, in our last episode, he was 3 pages. So maybe not as lengthy a career, but started very early. Let's see. So they're most famous for, everybody knows, for Full House. They split the role of Michelle Tanner on the series Full House. At the age of 6 months, they were casted in the show. Then they began filming at 9 months old. Can you imagine being a 9-month-old baby and you and your twin were splitting a role in a, maybe not at the beginning, but a very successful TV show that spanned seasons and seasons, 87 to 1995. And actually on the show, they did do an episode where one of them was like a distant cousin, I believe, or I forget, but a couple episodes they were both in it together, which was cool. One was Michelle and one was a different character, so I thought that was neat. In 1992, they would star as separate characters in the film To Grandmother's House We Go, which is a great Christmas classic. Don't watch it every Christmas, like maybe Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Christmas with the Cranks, or Die Hard. Some of you will get me for that last one, but it's a great Christmas classic. And they were really young in that one, maybe 4 or 5, if my math serves me correctly. 86, and that was 92. So, about, depending on when they started, 5 or 6. Then in 1993, so they were 6 or 7, they, along with their producer, I believe, and their parents, created Dual Star, which was their company where they could create movies, TV shows, books, merchandise, fan club, kits, which if anybody out there has or knows where I can purchase a Mary Kay and Ashley fan club kit, let me know. There was one maybe last year, but the guy wanted way too much for it, and it probably is worth it. They are very hard to find. Let me know if you have one or know of anybody that has one. But they would establish Dual Star, and from Dual Star they would do in 1993 Double Double Toll and Trouble, 94 How the West was Fun, which is a great movie. 94 to 97 they would do The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, and we love this show. Mystery Show, which we love mystery. Hotel Whodunit, Thorn Mansion, and maybe SeaWorld. Those are like my favorite go-to episodes. So that ran for 3 years with multiple VHS releases, individual, and sometimes they would do like a double pack or triple pack of episodes. In 1995, they would do their first theatrical feature film. So I guess To Grandmother's House We Go was like a TV movie. But their first theatrical feature film, where they did play separate characters, It Takes Two. And that's a great one. Stephen Guttenberg, Kirstie Alley, Mary-Kate and Ashley, just a fantastic film. Very, very good. Very good first theatrical feature film. That was a good one. Very, very rewatchable over the years. So that was great. That was their first theatrical film. 95 to 2000, they did the video series You're Invited, Mary-Kate and Ashley. So you're invited to a sleepover party or a Christmas party or a ballerina party, or, you know, I wouldn't watch all those because that kind of was geared more toward girls. Not saying that, you know, if you're a guy and you like You're Invited, I'm not saying that. It's both, but lean heavily more toward girls, I would say. But there were some good ones in there. Maybe, you know, I'm not into being a ballerina. I never dreamed of being a ballerina. But the party ones were cool. I think there was like a Hawaiian party or something. Anyway, then 1998 they did the TV series Two of a Kind, which was a good series. Very, very hard to find on DVD. I think I have 3 volumes on VHS and 1 volume on DVD. Then in 2000 they appeared on the show Seventh Heaven, which our cousin absolutely loved, and we watched the show with her a lot because of that. I wasn't really into Seventh Heaven, but we did watch it. I don't remember Mary-Kate and Ashley. I mean, obviously we didn't watch the whole show with her, but that's a cool one. And then they did voice characters in The Simpsons, so that was neat. Then they appeared in their second feature film, this one put on by Dual Star and I think Warner Brothers released this film, New York Minute, which was a good attempt with their first movie as Mary-Kate and Ashley, because the other one, maybe the script and everything, it was outside their control. maybe, I don't know, but New York Minute was kind of their break their way in, but not. It was kind of panned by critics. I really enjoyed it, but that was kind of when they kind of decided maybe to take a break from that, from their features. The same year, coincidence or not, they launched their fashion line, which was in 3,000 stores. And I remember going, was it Kmart? I believe Kmart. You would walk in, and right at the front of the store was the Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen fashion line. And that I was, number one, disappointed that I do not remember anything for guys to buy, which I would have bought something, especially being in the fan club, but I don't remember anything for guys. I could have still had like a Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen t-shirt or something. Anyway, so they started the fashion line and they kind of disappeared from film. But we'll kind of go over the dual star, maybe like the straight to video movies they did. 98 was Billboard Dead, which was one of my favorite out of the list here. 99 Passport to Paris. 99 also was Switching Goals. 2000 Our Lips Were Sealed, which we watched in a beach in Florida. Was it Florida? I just remember watching that in the motel. We brought our own VCR and kind of hooked it up to the back of the TV. So Our Lips Were Sealed kind of holds a special place. Then 01 was Winning London. 01 also Holiday in the Sun. 02 was Getting There, all about them getting their driver's license, I believe. Then 02 When in Rome, and ending in 03 with their last, I guess, dual star straight to video movie, The Challenge. Now let's talk about the cameos, because they had some pretty memorable cameos. They didn't do a lot of cameos, but the ones they did were memorable. In 1994, they were in kind of the background in The Little Rascals. Twin 1 and 2 is the description, but if you remember, Darla has like a sleepover with all the girls talking about the boys, and they're in the background kind of up on the bed, Mary Kay and Ashley. So that was their cameo. Then another cameo in 2003, Charlie's Angels, the second one, Full Throttle. It's in the description, they were future angels in the middle between, I guess what was meant to be like one of the original angels. She's older. So anyway, Mary Kay and Ashley were in between this older angel. And that was the cameos. You know, they did the other ones we mentioned, Simpsons and Seventh Heaven. I think they were in some other TV shows along the way. And they did have another series. I don't know if I mentioned, they did Two of a Kind, but they also did another show. Comment down below what that show was. I don't know why it's not on here. But anyway, 04 to present, they've done the fashion thing. But Mary Kay, when Ashley was kind of doing that, she did appear in some films. Well, let's back up. In 2015, Fuller House was announced. It was greenlit as a series. They were getting the cast together. People were hyping it up. And the question always from the beginning was, is Mary-Kate or Ashley coming back as Michelle Tanner? Now, Mary-Kate, we'll talk about, was in some films up to 2011, so maybe people were thinking she could have done it since she kind of did films on her own without Ashley. Would Ashley come back and do it as kind of her revival back into the showbiz? But they both announced kind of after the Fuller House announcement that they would not be in the show. And in the first episode, they talk about that, kind of poking fun that they would not be back. And they give some reason and look into the camera. Great fourth wall break, by the way. And then also that same year, Nickelodeon bought all of their video library. I'm assuming all the Dual Star stuff. So Nickelodeon owns all of the Mary-Kate and Ashley film or video library. So maybe they, once that went through, maybe they felt like they didn't want to appear in anything else since Nickelodeon had kind of all their stuff. Or they were just done, I think, with that, being 6 months old all the way to your teenage years, maybe you were done with it. But Mary-Kate was not done after New York Minute, because in 06, when was New York Minute? 04? 03? Where did we put that? 04. So 2 years after New York Minute, Mary-Kate starred in Factory Girl. Then 07, she was in the TV show Weeds. Then 08, she was in Samantha Who, which is a great show, by the way. I guess I'm not to the place where she appears, but I have watched season 1. Then 08, she was in the film The Wagness, which I've never heard of, but she was in that. Then her final film role was in Beastly in 2011. So that was her last role, but the Olsen name was not done appearing in film and television. They had a little sister, Elizabeth Olsen, who most of you know now is the Scarlet Witch. And she has been in lots of MCU films, a lot of great MCU films. Most recently, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and arguably the best Disney Plus show when it launched, WandaVision. Still my favorite of the MCU Disney Plus shows. Fantastic show. If you haven't seen WandaVision, go now and watch it after you see this. But she appeared in one of their films, How the West Was Fun. She's there, she appeared in the car, and I forget exactly what her role was. But for the longest time, I thought she was in our first video, but mathematically, I don't think that makes sense, because she is younger, and they were pretty young in that video. So their brother I know appears in the film in the our first video, but she appeared in How the West Was Fun, which is a neat tie-in, and Elizabeth has been in some great ones, uh, great films out there. The M film, which it's Martha Macy May Maiden or something like that. It's up here. Go look at that. But she's been in some great stuff. Uh, and the Olsen twins, early on, were a success, launching their own studio, basically, and all the merch and the music videos and the fashion line, all that at such an early age, I guess, ultimately made them kind of bow out and just focus on fashion. But like I said, anybody out there has the fan club kit, let me know. I would love to find that picture maybe down the road. And just being that close in age, 2 years, being twins, all the connections there really connected us to Mary-Kate and Ashley. And The Adventures of Mary-Kate and Ashley, great show. Did a lot of stuff that was great. Video, they did it all. Video games, books, all kinds of stuff. But like, subscribe, share with the movie. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen Lover, and these are a lot of work. So hit the thumbs up button, share with a friend. Until next time, go back and watch some Mary-Kate and Ashley and keep collecting.